Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a small but interesting trade I recently did with my SGOV holdings. This idea actually came from one of you, a comment left under one of my YouTube videos. So first off, thank you for sparking this thought process. I really appreciate the community here because I can always learn new ideas from you guys. Now let me walk you through exactly what I did, the numbers behind it, and whether I think this was actually a smart move. Before I begin, just a reminder that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I share here is for educational and entertainment purposes only, based on my personal investing experience. Please do your own research and make sure any decision you make fits your risk tolerance. Alright, let's jump in. So here's my starting point. As you already know, I like to park my cash in SGOV, which is the iShares 0 to 3 month Treasury bond ETF. This ETF tends to pay about 4% yield and it pays out every month. So I currently own 560 shares of SGOV and my cost basis is $100.48. Normally I'll just collect the monthly dividend and move on. But after reading that comment selling covered call on SGOV, I thought, what if I could extract a bit more income without taking on crazy risk? So here's what I did. On 8th of January, I sold a covered call. The strike price was $100 and the expiration is on 20th February. The premium collected was 70 cents per share. Since I already own the shares, this is a fully covered trade, no leverage, no naked exposure. As you can see from the chart, SGOV's chart looks like this. I've sold 5 contracts of SGOV expiring February 20th. The strike price was $100. On top of that, SGOV has an upcoming ex-dividend date around 2nd of February and the expected dividend is about 30 cents per share. So already you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm collecting option premium plus dividend on this very stable ETF. Now let's do the simple math. Let's keep it very simple. Per share, call premium 70 cents, dividend about 30 cents. That's $1 total income per share. So on 5 contracts, which means 500 shares, that's $500. And this is over roughly 6 weeks. If you roughly analyze that, you are looking at something like 8 to 9% annualized on the Treasury ETF. That's honestly pretty interesting. Now let's talk about outcomes, because this is where most people get confused. So let's look at scenario 1. The shares get called away. Alright, if SGOV stays at or above $100, my shares get sold at $100. I'll keep the 70 cents premium, the 30 cents dividend, and yes, I technically sell below my cost basis of $100.48. So that's a 48 cents capital loss. But remember, I collected $1 in income. So my net profit is 52 cents per share. And if I multiply by 500 shares, that is a net profit of $260. So it's still a win. Now let's look at scenario 2. The shares don't get called. Alright, if SGOV stays below $100, the call expires worthless. I keep the shares, I keep the premium, I keep the dividend. The profit I made is 70 cents premium plus 30 cents dividend. So that's $1 income. So $1 times 500 shares will give me $500. Right? In addition, my new effective cost basis becomes $100.48 minus $1 equals $99.48, which is actually better positioning for future trades. Now there's one real risk here, and I want to be very clear about it. Because this call is in the money and SGOV pays a dividend, there's a chance of early assignment before the ex-dividend date. If that happens, I still keep the 70 cents premium, I lose the 30 cents dividend, shares get caught away at $100. Even that, the trade is still profitable, just less optimal. So this is not a disaster scenario, but it's something that you must be aware of. So was it a smart move? In my opinion, yes. This wasn't gambling, yield chasing, or taking any directional risk. This was simply monetizing idle capital on a very stable ETF with clearly defined outcomes. I would not blindly do this on volatile stocks, but on SGOV specifically, I think this is a reasonable income enhancement strategy. And once again, shout out to the viewer who dropped the idea. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this kind of real trade breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments, would you do this trade yourself? Or would you tweak the strike or expiration? Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.